I just woke up, watched this episode, been screaming all morning, jotting down questions. Oh my God. Okay, let's work backwards. The end of episode 4 brought in the person we've been anticipating. Tell me about bringing her into the show and what that conversation was and how she should be unveiled.
Gosh, I think when we first discovered that she was going to be in this show, we both did that little leap of joy that you're doing. We're massive fans of Florence's, and during pre-production, we got to watch Black Widow before it came out. So we'd seen what she'd done with the character, which was so fresh, and that relationship between her and Natasha, so fresh for the Marvel Universe, but a strong, badass female and funny. And I think we just knew that it was just going to be such an adventure working with her and that character. So we were very overjoyed.
Florence, as a person and as the character, brings this lovely weirdness to it. You know, we were always ones for characters that play it slightly left of center. And, you know, every time that there was a safe option and there was a slightly more eccentric option, she'd, you know, come out in the platforms with the flares, you know, she was so into Yelena's weirdness, and which all comes from like her upbringing and now being in the States and what would that mean. And so we loved that she lent into the weird ass that Yelena is, and we adored that. And you know, every day on set she'd walk on and just go, "Hello, darlings," and everyone would just kind of melt.
There's this moment during the fight where Kate Bishop falls off the side of the building, and I instantly start tearing up because there's that Natasha parallel. Bertie, can you talk about what was going through Clint's mind during that sequence? Because that got me.
I'm so glad it did. Literally everything that was going through your mind and probably everyone's mind watching that was what's going through. It's like history repeating itself. She gets thrown off spectacularly, and we just get a sense of the clip that's been attached to her, but you really don't know until she gets held at the bottom there. So I think for Clint and for Jeremy performing it, he's very attached to Clint Barton's history, and I think it really does, like, really comes back to him all in that moment, like that final scene, that scene. The iconic scene in Endgame. Yeah, I think it's that history repeating itself and how precious life is, and that he really can't let another mentee figure come to crops in his hands or under his watch.
Yeah, I feel like that's the moment it really hit me of fully why he's like, go away, kid. Like, I don't want a partner because I've been hurt before. Like,
I've been hurt before, yeah. And also I can't be responsible for anyone anymore.
Yeah.
That was my past. I got it wrong. I'm trying to get my life right again, but my life keeps coming back to haunt me. So yes, like pushing her away is the easiest thing for him to do at that moment, and the most necessary, he feels.
There's a lot coming together. There's a lot heating up. You're directing the penultimate episode, correct, next week. How do you describe episode 5?
You won't be disappointed.
I don't think we can be specific, but we can say that you never know where this show is going to go, whether that be with characters or discoveries, but also with tone. You might be settling into a certain tone and then suddenly you're in a very different tone. So that's one of the things we find so exciting about the show.
One of my favorite little things that Kate keeps saying is that Hawkeye has a branding issue. But it's funny because it's like Clint is one of those characters, I think a lot of people, their favorite character is Hawkeye, but we haven't really seen him be fully developed until this show. So what has it been like for you just being a part of bringing people's favorite character to the forefront like you've been able to do?
It's truly great because obviously we love the human side of Clint Barton, but also, and what we love about the show, the absurd tone, is that they're poking fun at that very thing that people have talked about for years about Clint Barton. Do you know what I mean? Like they never shy away from it. They're actually making it a running joke through the series. And there's many different examples like that. The Thanos, you know, Thanos was right, which was on the pavement, and it's hidden somewhere else. It's just one of those things where they're just poking fun at it. And there's all these jokes, which if you're tuned into this universe, it's incredibly satisfying and rewarding. And it seems like we're hitting all those notes. So fingers crossed it keeps on going.